Stars Gold Label Irish Grand National, 24 fences ahead of them, and Shannon Gale and Paul Maloney the first to show in front. Newsom Roadmakers on the inside sheltering, Lantern, Comanche Court, Linden's Lotto, then comes Peggy's Lad, Rathbone Prince, Foxchapel King and Slaney Native as they stream out over the first, and Feathered Leader hit that one very hard, did well to survive that mistake at this early stage. Up now to the first of the regulation fences, Shannon Gale going to rise in front, sheltering on the inside second, then Newsom Roadmakers, and lost one there, Linden's Lotto and Adrian Maguire. I think he's about to get to his feet. So the first casualty, Linden's Lotto, as Shannon Gale leads them up now towards the third fence away from the stand. Peggy's Lad is right up on the outside and sheltering is on the inner as they head on up now towards the top of the hill where Shannon Gale is the leader with Peggy's Lad close up on the outside. They're being followed by Lantern going between horses, Newsom Roadmakers running forward, and they're followed by Sheltering, Slaney Native and Comanche Court and Foxchapel King being followed by Rathbone Prince, and then comes Private Peace as they race downhill now to fence number 5. Shannon Gale on the inside of Lantern. Peggy's Lad is closely attended by Sheltering. Newsom Roadmakers next with Slaney Native, and that half dozen are being followed by Comanche Court on the inside of Foxchapel King. They were first and second here last year. The grey Private Peace, Feathered Leader, Rathbone Prince, and then comes David's Lad as they stream over the regulation on the far side. Shannon Gale then makes the turn to lead from Lantern close up in second. Disputing third, Peggy's Lad with Sheltering, a couple of lengths to Slaney Native 5. Newsom Roadmakers run 6, 4 lengths then to Comanche Court, beautifully placed and being tracked by Foxchapel King, the favourite. They're being followed by Rathbone Prince and Private Peace as they jump that fence now that's taking them across the bottom of the track on the approach towards the straight. Lantern has now come through to pick it up. Lantern and John Cullen show just in front. Adrian Maguire happily on his feet. In second place is Shannon Gale, Paul Maloney. Then Sheltering, Norman Williamson on the inside of Peggy's Lad, who's fourth. Newsom Roadmakers, Slaney Native, Comanche Court, and then Foxchapel King. Break of a few lengths to Rathbone Prince, then Private Peace in Kings Valley. These are being followed by More Than a Stroll on the inside, and they're being followed by Feathered Leader, David's Lad, and on the outside, Knights of Kerry, as they come on now to make the approach to the straight. One fence before they swing in, and then 3, and Lantern's gone, and badly out for Shannon Gale, brought him to his almost standstill. So Lantern is down, and that leaves Peggy's Lad back in front. John Cullen on his feet quickly. So they swing in. They've got 15 fences left, 3 in the straight, and then a complete circuit. And now in the lead is Peggy's Lad on the near side, being followed by Sheltering. Between horses is Newsom Roadmakers. Slaney Native over 4. Shannon Gale recovering from being hampered is 5th. Then Comanche Court in a lovely position 6th. And then the favourite Foxchapel King 7 in mid-division, being followed by Rathbone Prince, and then Private Peace, and Shannon Gale hit that one again. So they come onto the fence that'll be the last next time round, and Sheltering and Norman Williamson has come to the front now to pick it up from Peggy's Lad. Then comes in third Slaney Native. Newsom Roadmakers is next. After Newsom Roadmakers is Comanche Court. Shannon Gale, Foxchapel King, Knights of Kerry, Rathbone Prince and Kings Valley on the inside. Travelling well for Paul Carberry. Then Private Peace, Ardna Tagle, Florida Light, David's Lad, and on the inside is Feathered Leader with towards the back of the field Northern Sound and More Than a Stroll. Very lucky to stay in the race as the riderless Linden's Lotto just barely avoided him there as they raced away from the stand. So out on the second circuit they go. 12 fences left to jump. Sheltering, Peggy's Lad, Slaney Native, Newsom Roadmakers, Shannon Gale, Comanche Court, Foxchapel King, David's Lad, Rathbone Prince, Kings Valley, Knights of Kerry, Feathered Leader, Private Peace, Ardna Tagle, Florida Light, Northern Sound, and More Than a Stroll. Over the regulation, taking them up the far side of the track, and Private Peace, a bad mistake. mistake towards the rear. But up front, it's still Sheltering who's in the lead, followed by Peggy's Lad, Slaney Native. Close up behind these comes Shannon Gale, and just after these, Comanche Court, who's on the inside. As they rise to this one, Peggy's Lad, a slight mistake by Sheltering. They're being followed by Slaney Native, Newsom Roadmakers, right there between horses, followed by Shannon Gale, Fox Chapel King, Comanche Court, David's Lad, Knights of Kerry, and Kings Valley just behind. Right up at the top of the hill now, and it is Peggy's Lad who goes on by 3 to 4 lengths. 2 in second place, Sheltering. Disputing third, Newsom Roadmakers with Slaney Native. Shannon Gale is 5, and they're being followed by Fox Chapel King and Comanche Court, who've almost raced stride for stride throughout. David's Lad improves the inside. Peggy's Lad, Sheltering almost back on terms. They're being followed in third, 4 lengths off them by Slaney Native, as they go now to the final regulation on the far side. 7 left to jump. Sheltering is back in front on the inside. Sheltering now with Peggy's Lad. These are the two, and Peggy's Lad, I think, has been pulled up. Now they race on the far turn, and Sheltering is the leader, followed by Slaney Native, Newsom Roadmakers, Fox Chapel King beginning to make steady ground. These are being followed by Slaney Native. Also right behind them, Comanche Court, Rathbone Prince, Knights of Kerry is right with them. As they race away from that fence, it is Sheltering, the Hunter Chaser, and Norman Williamson in the lead by 3 lengths now. 2 in second place, Shannon Gale, who's giving chase in second. In third place is Fox Chapel King. Improving steadily is Rathbone Prince, and then Newsom Roadmakers. And as they race away from that fence, they've got 4 left to jump, and it is Sheltering in the lead from Shannon Gale, Fox Chapel King, and Rathbone Prince improving, and last year's winner Comanche Court almost in an identical position as he was last year. 4 to jump, Sheltering, Rathbone Prince, Fox Chapel King, Comanche Court, Kings Valley creeping closer behind them, then Shannon Gale as they race round the home turn. 3 fences left to jump now, and Rathbone Prince is making steady ground on the outside for Kieran Kelly to almost join Sheltering. Then comes Comanche Court, Fox Chapel King, Kings Valley is creeping closer, and David's Lad over the third last. Rathbone Prince goes on from Sheltering, Kings Valley and Paul Carberry also followed by Fox Chapel King. David's Lad running on the inside. 2 to jump, and Rathbone Prince and Kieran Kelly clear of Sheltering. David's Lad, the Faller's feathered leader. Final fence coming up in the Grand National. Rathbone Prince in front. David's Lad charging after him on the far side for Timmy Murphy. Final fence coming up. Rathbone Prince, David's Lad putting in a tremendous run. They're inside the last 100 yards. It's Rathbone Prince grabbed close home. An absolutely magnificent ride by Timmy Murphy to win the National for Tony Martin. Brilliant ride to beat Rathbone Prince. The judge for third, Sheltering, Kings Valley, Comanche Court, More Than a Stroll, Fox Chapel King, Knights of Kerry, Florida Light, Newsom Roadmakers, Private Peace, Ardna Tagle, Shannon Gale pulled up, Northern Sound. We've had some magnificent Grand Nationals. You saw some epic highlights leading up to today's, but I wonder, and Ted Walsh, I'm sure, will confirm, has he ever seen a horse get a better ride to win a Grand National? And there he is, David's Lad, the 10-to-1 winner of the Powers Gold Label National, being congratulated by David Casey, and that's richly deserved. I'm sure he'll watch this race over and over again. It's as good a ride as I have ever witnessed. And congratulations to Timmy Murphy for winning this race for Tony Martin. Worth watching again, Ted.
Great win for Timmy Murphy, man from Shamblemore, County Cork. Timmy, whose father, Jimmy, rode a lot of point winners. And he's given this horse a lovely ride. Kieran Kelly nearly stole it. He let that old Rathbone Prince run into the straight, and he's led him a good line. But Timmy Murphy has been nursing the horse every step of the way. The only question mark with this horse was, would he get the trip? And he had the right man on his back. He waited and waited and waited and pounced here. He just goes and joins him here. And from here on in, he's always going to get the better of Rathbone Prince, who's run an absolute cracker over a trip I thought was far too